There can be a lot of confusion around opening up your own IRA. Should I open it online? Should I open it at my bank? Am I opening the right kind? Should I even open one at all? Hi, welcome back to BrightWealth. My name is Scott McLaine. I'm your host, and I'll be your instructor for today's lesson. As always, we're here to accelerate your financial success. In this episode of BrightWealth, I'm going to break down stage 1, opening up your IRA, and to help you evaluate the options that are available to you. So let's go ahead and take a look at stage number 1, opening up your IRA. It's not going to happen on its own. You're the one that has to go out and open your own IRA. The question is, what type of IRA is best for your situation? Did you know that there's 4 different types of IRAs that you can open? Today what we're going to do is take a look at the first type, which is known as the traditional IRA, and that's going to be the topic of today's video. There's also another type of IRA known as a Roth IRA, and a Roth IRA is named after the late Senator William Roth, who introduced a tax-free income option into the retirement space in the late 1990s or so. The Roth IRA is an excellent option for many, and we'll have a separate video on that in the next week. The third type of IRA that you can open for yourself is a SEP, known as a SEP, and that is the Simplified Employee Pension. And these can be incredible investment options for small business owners who have a family or friends working for them with a small staff. You can put a lot of money away into this type of an IRA. The contribution limits are much higher on a SEP, and it's great for maximizing tax-free growth out of your money. And the fourth type is a simple, and many people don't know about this type of an IRA. It stands for Savings Incentive Match Plan for Employees, and it's kind of like a 401k, but it's technically an IRA, and it's for business owners that have employees under 100 employees and want a lower cost option than a traditional 401k. There's different limits and contribution limits and rules to each one of these IRAs. So what we're going to do is go into each one of them in separate videos. If you look at the traditional, the Roth, the SEP, and the simple, you'll notice that, on a traditional, just really quickly, you can put on average $6,000 a year. You can contribute on average $6,000 a year to a Roth. You can contribute over $50,000 to a SEP, and you can put about $13,500 into your simple. This one right here, a Roth, is going to grow tax-free, and it's also going to be after-tax dollars going into it, meaning your money is going to come out tax-free when you take income. So here's a question. When you're ready to open up an IRA, where do you go? You have 4 main options and 4 primary places you can open up an IRA. Let's take a look at each one. The first and most common place that people open up IRAs is at their brokerage account. And so that could be at TD Ameritrade, it could be at Charles Schwab, it could be at Morgan Stanley, it could be at any one of the major brokerage houses. It could also be here at BrightWealth. You can schedule an appointment with us and we can open up an IRA for you through our Bright Advisor team. The second place where you can go to open an IRA, which is a common, is the bank. And so at any major bank, they have usually a financial department that can open up some retirement accounts for you. But they're not the best at managing your IRA. They're pretty good at opening them up for you, but banks are best at banking. Credit unions are another option. You can go to your local credit union if you belong to one, or you can go to a savings and loan. And so in each one of these 4 cases, you can pretty much get an IRA open and contribute money to it and even start making your investments and growing it. My option, if my best bet, is to use a brokerage account. And I think the number 1 is BrightWealth. So I hope you found value in today's video. Please follow and subscribe to the BrightWealth YouTube channel. If you have any generalized questions, you can leave them in the comments below. We love answering those. If you have any specific questions about an IRA or your IRA for yourself, Click the link below to schedule a one-on-one planning session with the Bright Advisor team. They're happy to meet with you. My name's Scott McLaine, and as always, it's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make.